Okay. They're not gonna get me this time, guys. Okay, I gotta be more careful, guys. I gotta be more careful. Well, it looks like they didn't, like, actually strike the video, because it's still up. But... yeah, I think playing the song got me. I had to have known that these discussion streams were gonna be a little more dangerous than doing indie animation, yes. Yes, we're back. I'm ultra scuffed today. Anyway, I did want to play the stupid sounds Emily makes, but hopefully... hopefully I don't get nailed for those. Okay, real quick before they get me again, guys. Real quick before they get me again. We just have to hear the dumb noises she makes. Okay, that's it. Anyway. Amazon, I'm not playing the whole thing. Honest. Anyway, thank you for your super chats last time, by the way. It's really going to help me fight Amazon.com. Anyway, so... She makes him new egg boys. She makes him new egg boys. We'll leave that image on screen. He says, I love them! And then they start going, egg. He goes, I'll tolerate them! But I had a really pretentious take. Really pretentious. I had a really pretentious take that I'm still going to stand by. That, this, to me, is reminiscent of the story of Job. Right? So, if you don't know the story of Job, it's from the Bible. You know, one of the oldest books. Well, they sound like, I think they're just Blake Roman again, yes. So, in the story of Job, I'm gonna pause the super chat till we have our Bible lesson time. And let other people trickle in. So, the story of Job, God and Satan are hanging out. You gotta remember this is a Jewish story, so Satan is just an angel that works for God. So God and Satan are hanging out, and God's like, hey, Satan, check it out. Look at Job. Job is totally loyal to me. He's, like, my best guy. And Satan's like, yeah, well, he's only your best guy because you gave him the best life. If his life sucked, he wouldn't praise you anymore. He'd curse you. And God goes, bet. All right, let's try it out. Do whatever the fuck you want to him, Satan, and we'll see if he still praises me. So Satan comes down, and he blights all of Job's crops, and he kills all of his farm animals, and then he blows his house down and kills all his kids, and then he gives Job leprosy, and he's covered in boils, he loses all of his clothes, and he still won't curse God, even when he's sitting in a pile of dung outside the city gates, and his wife is like, bro, come on, this is getting ridiculous. He's like, nope, still gonna praise God, God's the best, God is great. So as a reward for all of his pain and suffering, and still praising God through it, Job is given all new crops, and all new farm animals, and all new, better, hotter kids. Not the kids that God and Satan killed. New ones, better ones. Made out of nothing. And it's always kind of questionable to modern sensibilities, like, he didn't miss his old kids. I mean, obviously in the story, a man's wife and children are his property, just like his cattle. You know, good old patriarchy. But yeah, it's like, okay, so his reward is getting replacement children instead of the ones that God and Satan killed. And it's like, wow. So that kind of reminds me of that. So, like, she's kind of replacing the egg boys for him, but they're not the same ones that died when he died. And those guys didn't get to heaven. I'm not sure that they were actually souls, though. They seem to be just things Pentious created. So it'd be really funny if Emily said that to him. Oh, Pentious, they didn't have souls. I guess they're not gonna be that cruel to him. That's what I would have written, though, because I'm an asshole. So, well, the other thing I was saying about biblical stories and Vader Troll Falls is that they were written in a time and a culture that we are so far removed from. We don't really understand them. We don't really have a full conception of what the aim of them was, because again, we're so far removed from the culture, the context, the language, the time period. you know, but it's still just kind of funny to be like, dude, what the fuck? You know? So yeah, so her making replacement egg boys kind of reminds me of the story of Job. I don't know if that's on purpose, or they just wanted to give him funny little angel egg boys. Of course, they could have made the egg boys come with him. And then, of course, we get Lute's song, which I'm not gonna play because I will get fucking nuked by Amazon again. That's already happened once. So, yeah, Pentious at least, but Gravity... Best song this season so far, absolutely, still the best fucking song. But I have been joking about this, like, look at her just losing her mind over a man she's far too good for, who was a misogynistic douchebag. But you know what? It's really good that Hazbin Hotel is willing to give heterosexual representation as well, you know? But yeah, Gravity is fucking awesome, and I had it stuck in my head again last night after watching the new episodes. So yeah, oh yeah! Obviously Patrick Stump's gotta sing. That'd be fun. I wonder what kind of style of music Abel would do. Maybe he would do like Fall Out Boy style music. That would be fucking awesome, actually. Also, I just love this shot where she walks up the wall. It just scratches my brain. If we get to that part. Really, it's longer than 10 seconds away? I don't know, something about that shot just scratches my brain. You're buffering? I don't think anybody else is, so... But yeah, and then she gives Pentious his room, and she badly painted all the faces of his friends on the wall. I do like how, like, nobody in the Helliverse can draw well. I do like this, I do like this running joke. Scratches your brain like she scratches the ceiling. And then here at the end, Sarah announces that they're locking heaven down for everyone's safety. Heaven will be closed off from any other realms. How many realms are there? Incoming souls will be put through security protocols. Again, I can see why Vizzy Pop is so exhausted that this is too topical.
Super chat. Interesting that she sees Adam with his mask and not his real face.
Yeah, that is interesting. We did see a quick shot of Vaggy's face and Adam's dying face in the helmet as she was in her helmet as she was talking in the trial scene. So, look at all these background characters. They all have, like, great designs. It's like, everyone like that one girl in the V song, like, oh, she needs to come back, because look at her design. Every background character has a good design. They're all bomb-ass designs. Look at this. But yeah, so get ready. So, I do fear that this, plotline is gonna be a little on the nose. But we'll see. I am tentatively willing to see where it goes, but I hope they really don't get too heavy-handed with it. And so they put a big old barrier around heaven. I mean, they already said Pentious can't leave anyway. But and then she's like, "Oh, I gotta go tell Charlie." Ah! So at the end of this episode, we see the other side of the end of last episode, which I thought was kind of clever. And then Pentious just lies down and hugs his egg boys and starts crying because he's all alone and he misses his friends. No. At least the new egg boys are as loving as the old egg boys. I do like the design of his room, too. I was saying this, I really like the color scheme they chose for heaven. All of these blues and yellows and oranges and pinks. It's a very unique, color scheme in general, but just as a color scheme for, like, the heavenly realm, it's a very interesting choice. I guess everything kind of looks like perpetual sunset, almost. You know? Fucking love the colors. Hang on, let's go back to this establishing shot that I can see in the preview here. Oh, wait, no, it's a little further. Here. This establishing shot. Look at this! Look at this colors! Look at the colors! Look at the design!
Xfinity2 Indie sent a super chat. Gravity deserves all the praise, but shout out to Jessica Vosk for her standout performance this episode. Really sold Lute's mounting rage.
Oh, yeah. not just her being able to get a Spotlight song, which was this growly, violent, heavy metal type thing. It's not really metal, but you know what I mean. It is still like a show tune, but it's got that sort of like edge to it, that metal edge to it. And yeah, her whole breakdown before then, when she's just sobbing and growling like a wild animal, is amazing. I really like where they're going with her. And again, there's a few things that could happen with Lute. She could stay a villain the whole season. She could die at the end of the season. She could join the good guys. She could come close to joining the good guys and then not. Yeah, once we get up there is really good. I do like how very show-toony that one is. I do like, but God, I love the color schemes. I love all the backgrounds. Whoever does all the background works on this show is so fucking awesome.
Noah Laster on that mural? I wonder what that means.
Oh, he was there. He's just a deer. He's just a really shittily drawn deer. Hang on, let's find it. Hey, there's Alistair right there. Right there, to the top left of Cherry Bomb's head. You can't see my mouse on screen. But yeah, so I think maybe she doesn't know what he looks like. He's just like a really shitty deer, which I think is great. Yeah, let's just gush about some more of these backgrounds though. Holy shit. Love these color schemes. I want to eat them. They look like sherbet, you know? Look at this. Look at it. It's so good. This is such good just design overall in general. And like every single background character, we've seen this dog lady a lot, but every single like extra has a really good design too. You know, it's interesting. Because a lot of the times you'd have background characters just kind of blend in and just be like gray blobs or something. But everyone has like a very distinct look to them.
At HestyBW4 sent a super chat. I wanted to say this before. I think people got attached to that girl in the V's song because certain autistic people love globs and making headcanon about them. They won't let me say the other part.
Oh, so, I mean, that I don't see much of a problem with. Like, if you want to take a very minor character and develop them just as an exercise, just for fun, yeah, that's cool, but acting like, oh, this character needs to come back and be developed is just like, that was not the point or utility of this character you saw on screen. How about you follow what the show is communicating to you, actually? So, Alistair wasn't at the club during the trial, so Emily wouldn't truly know what he looks like. True, she just heard he was a deer demon. She got as close as she could. I like this chick's design back here. And I've seen a few people in like these Victorian dress types. So I wonder like if the form of a winner, which is what you call the people, there's sinners and winners, you see. I wonder if like their designs are also determined by things in their life on Earth or whatever, or their the era they're from, you know? I like the blonde dog design too. It's a really cool design. We have the unicorn polo people again, of course. And then Sarah, and a ball pit. Of course heaven has ball pits. I mean, would it be heaven if there wasn't ball pits? But again, look at these goddamn backgrounds, man. They're so awesome. And a lot of the times I don't like a futuristic look like this for heaven. Like, anime does that a lot. Like, a lot. Like fucking Angel Sanctuary or My Goddess or something. But it works here for me.
At Master Clockwork 4436 sent a super chat. Oh no, Sarah is drunk. I kid.
No. Vox is Trump. But no, like I said, I'm really interested to see where Sarah's character development goes, especially during this. I'm pretty invested in her conflict, because again, her and Lute are kind of both very gray in their conflict. Like, you can understand their motivation. Sarah's a little more subtle because she doesn't want to call for violence, and Lute is just on the complete opposite end of nope, blood for blood, retribution, eye for an eye, that's all that there can be. So she's like super old school, while Sarah's more of like reformation, but mostly out of her own guilt and for her own psychological comfort. So it's like the two sides of like the worst kind of religious people, I guess. The more benign one and the one that wants you dead, you know? So, and they're literally gray, too. flaw in their design. I wonder if that's on purpose. Yeah, because all the people characterizing this as, oh, heaven's just gonna be evil, are just like, are you fucking paying attention? No, of course you're not. You're not even watching the show. You're just bitching about it on Twitter. But yeah, these fucking backgrounds, bro. I love them. They're so fucking good. Yeah, people were disappointed Kaiju Vox is a fantasy. We're gonna go back to the V's real quick, because I had a few more things to say about them. I love these angel designs, too. They're also varied. But yeah, love these backgrounds. Love these color schemes. So goddamn good. And again, this is just such a unique color scheme for, like, your heaven, you know? And yeah, it's like Twilight. It's like permanent Twilight, permanent sunset. It's cozy, you know? Love shit like this. So yeah, let's go back to episode 1 real quick. Can I guess I just, what do I just back out? Let's see. A new Pentious, that's what I want. That's what I want. Vox drools red because he drinks Kool-Aid! Again, I think he's gonna be more televangelist than Jim Jones, but he could be every cult leader, you know? I know a lot about cults for some reason, so... Where's the part where he's like, where's the part where he's just like, line goes up and then we win? Any questions? Because that was really funny. Maybe that was an episode 2. I don't, I think it was after their song? Yeah, Vox being a cult leader makes way too much fucking sense. We're above petty bullshit. No, you're fucking not. No, you're, especially you, Vox. We're above petty bullshit, says the guy who was beefing with Alistair last time. Yeah, let's keep clicking 10 seconds until we find what we want. Oh no, it keeps skipping over things on me. Oh, maybe it's right before their song. Yeah, I think it's right before their song. Okay. It's pretty funny. Yeah, and then when this baby reaches the top, BAM! Haha! Any questions? Yeah. So basically, he's just saying, line goes up and then we profit! So it's even labeled my evil plan. So these dumbasses have no goddamn idea what they're doing. You know, so I think their plan to take over heaven is probably not gonna work. Yeah, Alpha, he would call himself an Alpha unironically. He would call himself a Sigma. Let me see if I can get away with just playing this one line, though, because I love his line delivery here.
When this baby reaches the top, BAM! And that's how we'd rule heaven. Any questions? Okay.
Any questions? I just love the way he says that. Yeah, so yeah, these guys are evil and stupid. And I really doubt we're gonna get any sympathetic backstories for them. So, well, they think they rule hell when they're just, well, yeah, I mean, I think Camilla Carmine called them out on it. They're fucking smug wannabes. They think they're the biggest shits in hell, and they're not by a long shot. I mean, if Satan popped up in front of you tomorrow, what the fuck would you three do? You'd die. You'd shit your pants first. Val is the only one who seems to get that it's not gonna work. Maybe, but he's just kind of going along with it. And Velvet, all she's seeing is, like, business opportunities. She doesn't give a fuck otherwise. So, Vax is definitely using these two.
Chipmanly1 sent a super chat. The V's are definitely going to stab each other in the back at some point.
Yeah. I had to close my door. We were arguing over that earlier. Who's gonna betray who first? Are Val and Velvet gonna betray Vox first, or is Vox gonna betray them first? I think Vox is gonna betray them first. Vox is probably gonna start ignoring them more and more as they gain more power. And, it start neglecting them, and, that's probably gonna end poorly for him. I wouldn't be surprised if they all end up just defeating each other in the end, actually. You know? I do think the V's are probably gonna fall apart by the end of this season. There's just no way. They're very fun characters, but I don't feel like they could be villains forever, because they're all, like, they're great, they're fun villains, they're fun characters, they're all pretty one note, and there's no goddamn way they're gonna get any more depth than they have now. They are unrepentantly evil bastards. You know? Yeah, he'd be powerless without the other Vs. That's why the three of them have to team up together to have the power of one overlord, you know? It's like what Azrael told Bartleby and Loki. Why the fuck you doing this if Satan himself isn't? Isn't that dogma? Yeah, actually, it would be funny if it just ends with all the Vs killing each other. I think Velvet's gonna leave first, then Valentino. Yeah, probably, because Velvet has the least amount of investment in the other two. Because, like, you know, Val and Vox are constantly smooching and crawling all over each other, and Velvet's just in it for the business, it seems, you know? So, she thinks well, I think you know what it is? All three of them think they're the main character and the leader, and that the other two are their sidekicks. That's what's going on here. Vox thinks I mean, obviously Vox is kind of the main bad guy here in the story, but I think in all of their own heads, each of them thinks they're the main character.
At Master Clockwork 4436 sent a super chat. Alistair gotta be the big bad, all said and done.
Maybe. Alistair seems pretty comfortable where he is.
At ActionFan19 sent a super chat. Based on the emoji clues, it's Vox that'll betray the other two cause it looks like he gets more songs.
Based on the emoji cues. Well, yeah, Vox is gonna have the most songs. He's the main villain of this villain trio. He's, like, the leader story-wise, basically. I mean, he was the first one we were introduced to. So yeah, these two are kind of his sidekicks, but they both think he's their sidekick. I think that's their dynamic. All three of them think the other two are their sidekicks. Yeah, at the end, once the Vox says instead of we, and then they all say I. Yeah, he says, trust me, just me. I mean us. I mean us. You know, yeah, he's definitely gonna get way too big of a head. And you can already see it in his drawings. He has the two of them off to the side. Even at the end of their song, his platform is slightly above the other two. So, foreshadowing is a literary technique. Yeah, right here. The platform comes apart, and Vox is just a little higher than Velvet and Val. So, yeah, in the trailer he has those big fucking Pope robes. I mean, he had them and stayed gone, too. Don't you remember? And he had to be a televangelist in his lifetime. It's like, you know, or he's gonna be like, I could see him being a combo of a lot of things. I could see him being a little Jim Jones. I could see him being a little televangelist. I could see him being a little self-help grifter, cult leader type. He could be every cult leader, you know? But yeah, they're already telegraphing that he's gonna stab the other two in the back the first chance he gets. Yeah, so, yeah. Well, it's called Vox Tech. Not us tech. He's even playing and schmoozing the two of them. He's like saying, all your dreams can come true too. Sure, whatever you say, whatever the two of you are saying, yes, it'll happen. So, yeah, because think of all your dreams that could come true. And he's like, yes, your dreams, your wet dreams, yep. And she's like, my label, and he's like, yes, everything. And then he goes right back to saying how everyone's gonna worship, well, him. So, and then he's like, this part, our Kaiju Vox part. And once we're gods, I can't wait to say to everyone who doubted me, your doubting days are done. You'll be cornered, trapped, and tortured. Then I'll end you just for fun. So we can see his true motivation here. He's a bit of a baby bitch boy who just wants to be in charge and have everyone kissing his ass and just have control of everything. Yeah, so yeah, all Velvet and Val are worried about are their usual shit of porn and fashion, whereas he's like, I want to be God. I want to kill God and become God. So he's playing the two of them as well. And yeah, he's obviously going to fucking just betray them the second he gets. He's gonna get a big head really fast. So as far as he's concerned, he's the leader here. Even though the other two don't think so. But I mean, he is functionally in the story, of course, but I'm just saying from the mentality of the characters. And then, of course, we have this whole subplot of Vaggie trying to change her name, which I feel like is direct response to criticism of the show, perhaps. This doesn't feel like something they would have planned, because perhaps they would have mentioned it in the first season, because a lot of people are, like, complain about her name being Vaggie, which, I don't know. I mean, she's had that name for ages. They probably could have changed it before the show, but whatever. I don't got much to say on that. It just feels like a direct response to, like, metatextual criticism, and it's kind of like, whatever, you know? At least to me, and of course, okay. And I got a meme drawing in there, of course. I love how their news segments are just Vox's shitty fucking drawings. Very convincing. Very convincing. But I love the shitty crayon drawing jokes. Please, more of those. More of them, and then... And we have her as a goat. We have her as an actual goat in this one. It's good shit, man. It's good shit. It's good shit. Mentions, well, yeah, she mentions Adam named her, but she never mentioned anything about wanting to. Then, yeah, we have Vox's just in MS Paint has drawn over these pictures. Oh god, I love this shit. There was another one I wanted to catch before it switched scenes on me here. Guys can oh. Hazbin Hotel, fuck you! I hate demons! The worst place in hell confirmed? Yeah, it is Vox News, yeah. Like, literally, it's Vox News. What does the scroll along the bottom say, actually?
Ed Sharuvi sent a super chat. I hope God looks like one of those drawings.
Yes, God is just a scribble. I love how we have, like, just a picture of Charlie eating a sandwich made out of a puppy, and the puppy has a stock image watermark on it. I just noticed that. I fucking love jokes like that. It's good. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit. I want to see what the scroll, though. I love how she's always beating up Tom, too. Hazbin horror to tell. What else is here? I wanted to see what the scroll at the bottom of the screen was saying. Let's see. Oh god. Oh, it's VoxTech, buy VoxTech, buy VoxTech. This just in, Charlie Morningstar, known angel fucker, has officially fucked us over again. I mean, she is an angel fucker, unfortunately. That is accurate. Reportedly, she's gatekeeping killing angels. Oh, what else is it? Because she wants to fuck and kill all of them herself. Vox definitely wrote this. Yeah. Yeah. Do the X's mean Charlie doesn't have boobs? Perhaps. Viv confirmed God is Gerbert from that one kid's show. Do you think Vox would prefer Linux over Microsoft? Obviously he has his own Vox OS. Duh. This is why we've been saying the V's should be in charge. Okay. Let's see if we can catch any of these other, like, little visual jokes. They just, like, They just, like, put a morning star in her hand. Haha, I get it. I get it. How long do you think Vox spent on these? And then they just, like, put a skull and crossbones over her. You missed me getting nuked by, Amazon, Sylvester. That's why there's a second VOD now. And then this shit. So they're just gonna keep taking her out of context, I'm sure. I know we saw in the trailer that Vox is in the hotel at one point. Like, all the V's show up. So, he's probably gonna interview her or something and just, like, fucking clip chip her. And clip her out of context. It's gonna be like that one Simpsons episode where, like, they just break up, Homer Simpson's interview about sexual harassment, and you can see the clock in the background jumping all over the place, you know? Oh god, you're right, Vox would invent deep fakes. He doesn't need deep fakes with amazing graphical Photoshop work like we're seeing here. Like the puppy with the stock image thing, and then the two of them back there clearly unhappy that Vox is making them do this. I love Velvet with her fucking hairnets. Looking completely over this. And then, like, the little Tiny Tim imp boy. There's somebody posted this on Twitter saying, would evil people do this? Well, we need more of Alistair and Lucifer fighting, you're correct.
At ActionFan19 sent a super chat. I know I said this already yesterday, but it warrants repeating here. At this point, the only new people at the hotel that'll be there for the right reasons will be people's OCs and Sonas.
Probably. I mean, Baxter's there. We want to see some old men fighting. We can go back to the beginning of the episode, actually. Let's see. Because Vaggy's like, Alistair, could you fucking help? And he's like, no. And he goes and fucks with Lucifer instead. I love when he turns his head all the way around first before his body. That's just good shit, man. It's good shit. I changed your name to Gina, Vaggy. There we go. See, like that. And then he fucks off because there's video cameras. And then he starts fucking with Lucifer in the background. Actually, let me turn off the subtitles real quick. So we're probably gonna wrap up soon anyway. Yes. Yes. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. So yeah, I think I've pretty much exhausted all of my thoughts on this, and of course, the scuff at the beginning, and having all my little effects not working, and getting cucked by Amazon is a bit of a drag. Is there anything anyone else wanted to talk about before I just wrap up here? There's a good screenshot I could put us on. Here we go. Here's a nifty, the Atom Slayer, the Atom Smasher. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna leave that image up for us right now. The killed my wife guy. Should I divorce my wife? Should I kill my wife? Also, I killed my wife! I killed my wife and I regret it. I killed my wife and it's front page news. Like, he just keeps saying this. He has, like, this whole story arc across his fucking scenes. It's really funny. You're immune to Vox propaganda? Are you sure? You're the rubber hose demon. I don't know, would drinking angel blood enhance my gay powers? That's a good question. The Atom Slayer of the Shark Slayer. Well, that one person was happy about being stabbed by Nifty. Well, there's gonna be some real freaks in hell, right? They're not saying, like, nobody is ever evil, you know? Just got the pun and gravity floods coming, now I can see. Well, it was like the flood of blood, right? It was like, storm's coming, I can see the clouds, no running's gonna save you now. Yeah, it was like, eye for an eye means you owe me a debt, blood for blood means I'm gonna get my hands wet, the flood's coming, you know, like, so it was blood, flood, blah, blah, blah. I can see, yeah, there's a lot of, like, there's a lot of symbolism in that song, too bad I can't play any of it for you. I'm getting nuked again. I don't want to get a copyright strike, guys. Yeah, flood, blood. There's a lot of like biblical references in Lute's song. It's so good. Again, I can see why they put gravity out as their best foot forward. Is that Shad? Kill my wife guy? Maybe. Is that why I put Shad in hell?
One sent a super chat. Maybe a little late, but Lute's gonna end up in hell, I think.
Yeah, we were talking about that, Chat, about where we think certain characters are gonna end up. I can see a lot of avenues that could go with Lute. She could either remain a bad guy to the end of the season, be a bad guy in the next season. She could fall. She could join the good guys in some other way, or come close to joining the good guys and then rescind on that, or she could just die by the end of the season. I was also speculating maybe Sarah could fall, because her guilt is very parallel to Pentious's, only on a grander scale. She too has enabled senseless slaughter by just standing by and doing nothing, basically, and allowing it through her own inaction. So that's an interesting parallel to me, and I'm very curious. I don't really have a Hazbin OC, no. I did do adoptables a while back, if anybody would be interested in more Hazbin Hotel adoptables, where I could just open up fucking commissions and you guys could have me draw your characters. we will eventually. Don't worry. I'm getting there. Now I have to fucking fix my stream setup with OBS fucking up on me. I guess what I'll do is update it finally. And I'll have to find another way to multi-stream, but I am streaming tomorrow. I'm gonna be playing the Alan Wake DLC of Control for Halloween, so you guys can join me for that, and then I'll have the weekend to try to fix my shit, I guess. So we'll probably just, I might have some adoptables left, actually. Let me go to my Ko-fi shop real quick. So my Ko-fi is Scribs. And I have a shop. So, I still have some gem adoptables available. Oh, this guy's still available. This hell of a boss adoptable. I did these a while ago. I got two left from the original run I did. So, and there's a few other things you can buy. I got a free, you can just for free or pay what you want. This was the template that came with the adoptables that I made. But yeah, doing the adoptables was fun. It's a nice character design. I was thinking of doing some more gem adoptables too. Like, I think these are all sold. These are all sold. I took down some of the other ones that got sold. So those all got sold out. Because the nice thing about Ko-fi is, you can put just one thing up for sale digitally. So it makes sure only one person can buy it. So, but yeah, they all came with this little bio thing. So if you want this nice little bio graphic I made, you can get it for free, or you can pay what you want. You can also pay 50 cents for these are like Patreon things, but you can get them here on the Ko-fi shop too. So, yeah. People keep talking about Dispatch, maybe. I have a lot of other games to do. So yeah, I might do some more gem adoptables, I might do some more imp adoptables. I'll probably open commissions soon. I'll be doing commissions through Ko-fi as well. So, but yeah, if you didn't know that, I have a little Ko-fi shop with some old adoptables still available. And once you buy the character, you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. So, I do not mind. The VA for Nifty is also Horse for Centaur World and Penny Parker from Spider-Verse. Ah! That's cool. I tried to get into Centaur World. It wasn't for me. But I don't think Emily's gonna fall. No, I really don't see that. I don't know. Interesting, though. Interesting. Yes, you can buy 2 of my adoptables and make them kiss each other if you'd like. You can do whatever you want with them. Should I divorce my wife's face? But yeah, so maybe if people are interested in adopts, I'll do some more, because it's just a nice, fun little character design exercise, you know? So, she was also in Waitress the Musical? Well, a lot of the people in this are, you know, Broadway people and theater actors, which is what makes it so fucking authentic to its whole vaudevillian feel, you know? Because, like, every time people are like, oh my god, Hazbin Hotel is too rad. Why does everyone wear bow ties and top hats? That's so dumb. And it's like, it's vaudeville. It's burlesque. It's stage theater. That's what it is, alright? Maybe if you knew your fucking theater history, you'd recognize it. But yeah, it's fucking vaudeville. You know? It wears it on its sleeve. It wears its musical theater aspects on its fucking sleeve. It's also called having an art style. Well, they're also spindly because she's a Jonan Vasquez fangirl, but of course when the man does it, it's fine, but when the girl who was a fan of him does it, then it's bad. I said that in my cut on the Limus response that I put up, which if you haven't seen, you should watch. I put a lot of work into it. Or I was like, I recognize a fellow Jonan Vasquez fangirl from a mile away. As long as we're comparing stuff, Velvet is on the Fraggle Rock reboot. Velvet was also Sandy Cheeks in the SpongeBob musical. Believe it or not. Which is better than it has any right to be. My friend Emo, who's a big Hazbin Hotel artist, incidentally, made me watch it, and it was actually very, very good. It was way better than I was expecting. It was like an official live recording of it or something. So, So they accuse Viv, who is not a skinny lady, of fat phobia. And then when a fat character shows up, Mimsy, all these people go, she's fat and she owes people money. She must be a Jew! And it's like, and they don't see why they're the problem. Yes, Limus compared Hazbin Hotel to fucking Rent. The AIDS is tragic now that it happens to straight people musical. Great, good comparison to the very gay show by gay people. So, I don't think we're gonna be hearing from Limus anytime soon, though. I might do a cut of my response to Limus's mouthwashing video, though, just because why not? But yeah. I recall someone claimed that almost everything you can criticize Hazbin Hotel for is something you can criticize Samurai Jack for. Huh.
Bylonic sent a super chat. Woman does anything people go, boo.
Yeah, I mean, again, I am not gonna stop calling out the misogyny where I see it, so, Oh, yeah, well, Pink King is gonna be doing some Hazbin reviews himself. We'll see how he does. I almost don't want to give him the attention he's so desperate for. Let's see. I am new to the hate dome, but looking into it, they might just be worse than Gooner Gators. You know, the hate dome, they're so deliberately uncharitable with everything, and they nitpick for stuff that's, like, normal in other shows, or just they nitpick things that are like, okay, this show is not for you. It's not for you. Sorry, it's not your sense of humor. Get over it. Don't watch it then. You know, very, very easy not to do. I think what is, they do like it. They do like it. They just don't want to admit that they like it, because they want to say Vivzy Pop bad, because she's from the internet, and she's a bisexual female showrunner who made it big, and made it big by carving her own path.
At Master Clockwork 4436 sent a super chat. I'm so sick of people saying all the characters have same body type. BS, tell me you haven't seen the show without telling me you have seen the show.
I know, it's just like, it's the style for the characters to be very spindly and have, like, you know, very jagged figures. So, you know, it's ridiculous. Pretty sure Charlie has ADHD. It'd be interesting to see where Charlie goes this season, too, because she's still kind of wrapped up in her toxic positivity, trying not to crash out because everything is going wrong around her, you know. I don't know, anything women do is bad, anything gay is bad, and people are pretending that's not why they're saying it. Yeah, there's plenty of animated shows that have, like, flat, abstract character designs, and it's like, this is nothing new. This is nothing new. And man, if the humor's not for you, it's just fucking not for you, alright? You know? So don't watch the fucking show. Like, you don't have to like every popular thing that comes out, but like I said when we were talking about the first season, it still surprised me that normies are so into it. Like, we see her style and we think, oh, well, that's just cringe internet style inspired by Jonan Vasquez, but for a lot of people not entrenched in online art drama, or who aren't artists themselves, this is fresh and new to them, you know? And the show looks great. Looks way better than the pilot. And that's the other thing I keep running into. It seems like a lot of people who really like the pilot don't like the final show. Which is interesting, because I'm the complete opposite. I did not care for the pilot at all. I was impressed that they were able to make it, but I didn't care. I wasn't following Vivzy Pop's work. I had no attachment to those characters. So I watched the pilot, and I was like, well, yeah, it's alright. And it's impressive that they were able to put this together. But I don't feel anything. And then the Hell of a Bus pilot came out, and I was like, oh, I like this much better. Because it was way more my speed, and I'm very weak to the dynamic of a bunch of coworkers who are kind of a found family, who are all very, very bad at their jobs. I am very weak to that setup. So I immediately preferred Hell of a Boss, and I still kind of do. But I am definitely interested to see where Hazbin Season 2 goes, and I am enjoying it, so, but I'm not like a super fan, like everyone thinks I am. It's more like I'm seeing this bullshit happen to a female creator, and I'm gonna fucking call it out. And I'm gonna call out how fucking obviously disingenuous and petty people are being, because it's stupid. Yeah, great animation, character designs that pop, amazing songs and VAs. Writing's a bit of a mess, sure, but is there anything made by human hands that is without flaw? Nothing. You know, even like the greatest works you can think of have some kind of flaw in them, or some kind of error in them, you know? Fun fact, when Alistair calls Vaggie vagine, he's calling her vagina in Haitian Creole. Yeah, I had a feeling he was being passive-aggressive.
At Aria_days9926 sent a super chat. Did you watch Hell of a Boss Mission 0?
I did! I thought it was good. And I think it's an improvement over the original, pilot. And it's definitely much more representational of what the show became. So I know with the original pilot, a lot of people were expecting something much more episodic, and goofy, which, well, it didn't turn out that way. Oh well. You know? But then people are bitching about the shorts, which are basically what they wanted the original show to be. And people take those goofy shitposts of a short way too seriously. And that's the other thing, like, I don't get people taking things that are obvious fucking jokes deathly seriously in these shows. And people always get mad at me when I say, the tone is exactly like BoJack Horseman. Because it's like, okay, you have these emotional, relatable gut punch moments, but around all of those moments, you're not supposed to take everything these characters say 100% seriously, and there's, like, lots of goofy Looney Tunes shit happening. And, like, yeah, so it's the same fucking tone. Like, yeah, there are serious moments that you take seriously, and then there are unserious moments you do not take seriously, and if you can't tell the difference, that's kind of on you. Hey, Billy Donuts, bringing us donuts right here at the end, coming in clutch. So I am kind of wrapping up now. But yeah, so many people were like, no, BoJack's such a serious, deep show. And it's like, yeah, you've only seen, video essays on it by, like, Johnny Two Cellos, haven't you? Because, like, you can't tell me the same show that has, like, a season-long plot that culminates with Mr. Peanut Butter saving the day with a bunch of spaghetti strainers is always serious. You know? Or the episode about fracking that ended up with their house falling into, a pit where they meet a civilization of bug people. You can't tell me this show is always serious. Give me a break. I've seen BoJack like 3 fucking times, and it's exactly like my sense of humor and my mentality is why I like it so much. My brother and I both feel like, god damn, it's like people who, like, think like us wrote this. You know? That sort of hopeful nihilism that the show is, surrounded by just goofy, stupid bullshit. My two senses of humor in one show. Dry dialogue-based humor and just goofy, stupid bullshit happening in the background. Yeah. People always lie about BoJack, you can tell, because they act like it's super serial all the time. Yeah, exactly. People have called it the anti-BoJack. Well, those people are fucking stupid, because again, the shows have the exact same tone. The Weeaboo episode was great, of Hell of a Boss. The Weeaboo episode was great. You're watching OG Teen Titans since it's on Prime. Forgot how silly it was at times, and I wonder I loved it as a kid. Well, yeah, of course. Teen Titans had its funny moments. It was nowhere near like Teen Titans Go levels, for fuck's sake. You know? Now we're getting off topic. Kind of excited to see more of Velvet, because I feel like since we know so little about her compared to Vox and Val, I think they're keeping her more under wraps. Well, like, again, I don't really expect any of the Vs to get deepened that much.
Dana_Brain sent a super chat. Remember the episode where Todd made a group of evil taxi-driving dentist clowns?
Yeah, remember that episode where he did a Prince and the Pauper switcheroo with, like, a foreign national and ended up committing a bunch of war crimes? Should we talk about Todd's war crimes? Seriously? Should we talk about Hollyhock chloroforming people? Seriously? You know? Like, come on. It's the same fucking tone, and if you can't tell the difference, then you shouldn't be watching these shows. Just finished both Hazbin episodes. Well, hey, Billy Donuts, we just got finished talking about them. I think Velvet might survive all this by leaving the V's first before shit gets heated. She does seem like the kind of character that would do that, you know? It's a good point. Like, she'd cling to a minor power somewhere if she could, and just leave Vox and Val to burn themselves down. I could absolutely see that happening. So, but yeah, like I said before, I think Carmilla kind of called it. They're smug wannabes who think they're a way bigger deal than they actually are. And again, their plan to take over heaven is completely fucking stupid, and they don't know what they're doing. Yeah, Velvet would definitely go solo first, and she probably could swing it because she's like a fashion mogul, you know? Maybe she'll end up like Husk and lose her position. No, yeah, she could end up under another overlord. We know that can happen. It seems like what makes you an overlord is just how many other souls you control, you know? It's mobsters thinking they can take over the world. Yeah, basically. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I wonder what is her beef with Carmilla, except that, well, Camilla is old and in authority, so fuck her. There really isn't anything else to explore about the Vs. Like I said, I really doubt we're gonna get sympathetic backstories for the Vs. I really doubt it. They're just villains who enjoy being villains and who are unrepentantly evil. And that's fine. That's what makes them fun as villains. But I can't see them lasting as villains for multiple seasons. So I do think they're probably gonna fall apart by the end of this season. I guess we'll see, though. We'll see where it goes. Well, that's my guesses so far. My guesses is Vox is definitely gonna fuck over the other two at some point. Or just forget about them and toss them to the side as he becomes, like, Mr. Big Dick cult leader again. I think Sarah might fall, or Lute might fall. I don't really have any other predictions so far, I think. I could see Vox more having, like, a backstory like Big Jack Horner, honestly. This 13 seconds of my life was fine, I'm just an asshole. Because, I mean, obviously some people in hell are gonna just be assholes. They're just gonna be evil. Evil people exist, you know? Yeah, I am interested to see where Lute's gonna end up. I could see her becoming a turncoat and joining the good guys. I could see that happening under certain circumstances. Or she'd come close and, like, rejects it, or, you know, they're willing to save her life, but she rejects it because she just can't get over her bitterness, and then dies, you know, I could see that being where she ends up. There's so many different paths they could take right now, so I'm not gonna make any, like, hard hard guesses. I did hear a rumor that somebody who saw the season early said there was one character they sort of just keep teasing but don't tell us much about, and that might be Lilith. We might just get more mysterious shots of Lilith this season and not really know what her deal is yet. So that's kind of what I'm expecting, but hell, you know, who knows what this person was even talking about, but that is my guess. Sarah falls and then Emily has to take her place. Oh. That's an interesting idea, Miss Jasmine. That's a very interesting idea. Because again, I can't get it out of my head that Sarah's guilt parallels Pentious' so much. You know? There's like a reason they showed us these things in the same episode, I feel. Again, you have to pay attention to what a show is communicating to you. That's very important for media literacy and media analysis. Why are they juxtaposing these two things? Why are they showing you this particular thing or line or concept? You know, try to follow what they're building toward. Why does hallucination Adam have better dialogue than living Adam? Well, I did see, somebody had a theory because, like, there's like a glowing light around him when he passes through Lute, almost like he's a hologram. So somebody had a crack theory out there that she isn't hallucinating and someone is fucking with her. Which I don't think is true, but is definitely a possibility. So keep an eye on him. This is what I'm saying. I don't know about Kane, but Vivzy did confirm that they have recorded dialogue for Rue in a future season. So that'll be interesting. We don't really know much about Rue. I guess people have only speculated that Rue is short for root of all evil and she's Eve. And we do see that shot of Eve in the opening of the first episode with the apple looking kind of evil and dark. So yeah, there was theories that Charlie is actually Eve or Rue's daughter and not Lilith. And it could be Lucifer knows and he's not telling her. Lucifer could know why she's gone and just can't or won't tell Charlie. That's also another possibility. So, I guess we'll see. Yeah, Wazy, I agree with that Lute's arm is either made of Adam's halo or has his halo on it, and that's why she's fucking hallucinating him. Like, this is a Metal Gear situation, and he's possessing her arm, you know? So, yeah, there's a lot of directions they could go. The Lilith of the Plate of Apples is very... Again, they're showing you that for a reason. Everything, especially in animation, everything is very deliberate in animation. There isn't really accidents in what they choose to show you. So... pay attention to what it is they're showing you and what that could possibly mean. And that's what media literacy is.
At Miss Jasmine 305 sent a super chat. Oh. Sarah falls, then Lute tries to take over and she and Emily have to fight for Sarah's position. The other angels could take sides.
That's also a possibility, yeah. Yeah, I guess like I said before, Sarah's the one I'm most interested in, one I'm most invested in right now to see where they go with her, and the struggle she's in the middle of, and she's kind of alone in that struggle as well. So again, she has a lot of these weird parallels to Pentious right now, which is interesting, especially with the speaker telling her she has to atone. Yeah, I wonder if we'll see other archangels like Gabriel and Michael, if they even exist in this version of the world here. The version of the lore, or mythology, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Civil War amongst the angels? Who knows? Who knows? The angelic council seems to be kind of useless. They're just there to fret and go, Sarah, what are we doing? You told us this was fine. Oh, you know, I don't know. Again, shouldn't Kane still be wandering the earth, I think? I don't know. I guess we'll find out again. Oh, Lute's definitely gonna hit some kind of rock bottom in this season. She's already fucking losing her goddamn mind. Like, she is not well. She is very not well. And it's okay to be, like, sympathetic to a character like that while still seeing what they're doing is wrong and their attitude is wrong. But you can still, like, feel, like, sympathy for her or just, like, see where she's coming from. And again, Lute is kind of in a gray area, just like Sarah. They're not exactly villains. They're more antagonists. I wouldn't even call Sarah an antagonist, per se. Lute is, but maybe not Sarah. The V's are just villains. Their role is just to be evil. That's a villain, you know? There's a theory that Zestial might be Cain. I could see that. Because he's very, very old. He's very, very old. He's been surviving in hell for what seems like centuries, maybe even millennia. God shows up out of nowhere. Yeah, so we don't know what the deal is with God. We see the speaker for God. So we know there's a God. Is it a person? Is it like a persona? Is it like a force? Is it just an unknowable thing? I could see God being more of just an unknowable force of the universe in this series, but who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? But I mean, a lot of stuff does that where God is kind of an ambiguous thing. You know, that's pretty common in media like this, so it's not unexpected. Or maybe God will show up and he's Alanis Morissette. Who knows? Everybody go watch Dogma, goddammit. You'll get my jokes about it. This idea where God shows up out of nowhere because he's been on vacation for billions of years. Like, who is Adam? Lucifer did what? What happened to the dinosaurs? Well, that would be deism. Deism is the idea that there is a God that created the universe, but then that God just fucked off and doesn't directly interact with the universe at all. So, I mean, there's other God concepts out there besides Christianity, even though we're drawing heavily from Christianity because that's just the common one in America, you know? Wouldn't it be against Cain being in hell of a boss, and Blitzo, hates the bastard because he can't kill him? That would be pretty funny, actually. No one can kill Cain, so... I don't think she got locked out, because we do see... there was a shot in the trailer of, like, Abel, Sarah, Emily, and Lute popping up at the hotel with gift baskets, so... so I don't think anyone's gonna get trapped down there. I mean, Sarah's saying heaven is cut off to other realms, but, I mean, obviously, I think, like, her and, like, other important people could still traverse the realms at their own will. At least what it seems so. Hey, Billy Donuts has seen Dogma. He knows what's up. Billy Donuts always there for us. But yeah, it would be interesting to see the other angels. Here, the gift baskets are at the very end. True! You know, we're just seeing all these things in the trailer out of context and guessing what they are. Like everyone thinking Vox's fantasy of crushing all his enemies was him literally turning into a kaiju. Yeah. What's how it still happen? We don't know. Sarah Shaw says something about not leaving without permission. Yeah, so it seems like people in authority, like all of them, could possibly traverse the realms at their own leisure. If they so choose, which would make sense, because they're hypocrites, obviously. No one else can leave, but they can. Cain gets stuck in a computer game, we don't... He's in Digital Circus, yeah. Well, Cain and Bubble or Cain and Abel in Digital Circus, we still don't know what that means there. I was thinking, when Digital Circus is done, I'll do, like, a full series discussion, maybe, because I think it's a little too late to start episode discussions of it now, and I have a real hard time getting a read on where the fuck Digital Circus is even going, so I don't really want to discuss it until it's over. So I think I'd rather be stuck in heaven than the Digital Circus. I think I would. At least I'll have pangolins in heaven. Stolas more or less confirms there's something before the angels that explains Agate's tear. Yeah. So, again, it could just be God is just an ambiguous force that doesn't have a persona and doesn't communicate with words and shit. That could definitely be what we're going with here. Oh. Let's see, according to the playbill, apparently, Sir Pentious worked with Carmilla and Vox by making them weapons. I mean, Vox was using him to infiltrate the hotel before, which, again, Baxter could be infiltrating the hotel for Vox as well. So, At least in heaven you could chill in the pool, or the ball pit. You have a ball pit in heaven, at least. Is there a ball pit in the digital circus? I don't think so. There should be. How about that laser blast that destroys the clock tower? That was most likely Lute forcing her way into hell with a vengeance. Yeah, well, yeah. We did see, like, the Heaven Embassy getting blown up, in the trailer, didn't we? But again, seeing these things out of context and speculating on them and making up your own story isn't really that helpful. I mean, I do it too. Alistair has a scar from Adam's cross on him. From Adam across his chest. It doesn't appear to be healing. Yeah, and his staff also is, like, kind of stitched back together and not working properly, and he's just kind of pretending he's just being an asshole, when really it seems like his powers are maybe not working. Well, somebody has a What If fan series? Maybe someday we'll do that. If Baxter wanted to be infiltrated, he'd be more of a kiss ass instead of saying, I'm here to prove redemption is possible. Well, I don't know. He could be doing both. He could have a scientific interest in redemption and also be a double agent for Vox. It's possible. So I think Lucifer is going to heal Alistair. Okay, we have a Radio Apple shipper in here. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyway, okay. I think I'm gonna wrap up now, guys. This was fun. Still kind of figuring out the format for these. And we got a bit nuked by Amazon there in the middle, but it's a learning process. So tomorrow I am going to stream the Alan Wake DLC of Control, and then throughout November I will be playing Alan Wake 2 on stream. So that'll be fun. Though lately I have been unlisting my game streams, but they're still available in playlists. It's just for the sake of cleaning up my live tab and for the health of my channel in the algorithm, because it seemed like a lot of those low view streams were starting to hurt me a bit. Though something has shifted in the algorithm again and everybody's getting lower numbers, it's odd. But if you want to rewatch any of my game streams, you can find them in playlists. So, and I kept a few up. Yeah, obviously Wani, Dustborn, Mouthwashing, those are still up there. So I'm glad you guys all enjoyed it. I kind of like having more of these just casual discussion streams. So whatever comes out next, new episode of COG, new episode of Hazbin, I'll be more careful next time for sure. Maybe I should get some sort of sound nuking and visual disruption for playing videos from Chrome. If I can fix my plugins when I upgrade OBS, because it was giving me trouble just now. So yeah, over the weekend I'll have to be fucking with OBS to see if I can get around some of these issues and be able to multi-stream again. Because, what's it? Stream Elements does have a multi-stream function in its plugin. So maybe I can use that, because when I tried to update OBS before, it broke the little multi-stream I use, and I'm in safe mode right now anyway, so all my bells and whistles are not working. So, except obviously for the super chats. But anyway, yes, we had a good time today. This was fun. We'll definitely be doing more of these, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. And don't forget, Wednesday we will be doing Lily Orchard's Knights of Guinevere video. Anyway, goodbye!